What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? It's Cosmic Cage back again with another video. This time, we're covering dating. If you ever had problems meeting people and then them falling through before you get to the first date, or just approaching the wrong woman, then this video is definitely gonna help you a lot. There's a lot of key little subtle things that you can do more of or less of to help you through this experience. It sounds very simple, but this could be the reason why you're not pulling those ones you want, like those 8, 9s, and 10s, or it could be the reason why people fall through from the process of when you meet them to the process of the date. So sit back, kick your feet up, and enjoy. Now, part one of this process is the approach. If you look and hear what's going on in modern times, the approach has been kind of a sticky situation right now. Like, you're hearing a lot of things from women about men not approaching as much as they used to, and then you're hearing men saying it's not worth it to approach it as much. But at the end of the day, you know, if you want something, you gotta go get it. And this works with every aspect of life. So if you see an attractive woman and you definitely want to approach her and you think that she's a good catch, why not? I mean, the worst that can happen is a no. Obviously, there's other cases where you might get a little bit more than a no. You gotta understand, the better looking the person, the less likely that it's gonna happen. Because she's generally getting attention from a lot of people. Your timing might be off. She might have an interest on somebody else, or she just might not be interested in you. But you never know until you try. I want to eliminate as much of why didn't I do this? And then why didn't I do this in life as possible? And that comes with dating as well. So regardless of what times we live in, you're gonna have to approach women. And there's some cases where women will approach you, but generally as a guy, you're gonna have to get used to approaching women regardless of how often you get rejected, regardless of past experiences. You can't use your past experiences on other people and then put that on to new people that don't even know you or never interacted with you. I talk about that a lot in the dating experience, but that works here too as well. So let's get into it. For the most cases, the settings and environments that I'm talking about are social settings, whether that's a bar, a club, an event, you know, networking event, whatever it might be to that extent. But I'm just talking about in a social setting. So keep that in mind when I give you these tips. The first thing I do when I get into an event is I find a good spot. How is this important? There's so many different factors that you calculate into a good spot. It could be appropriate lighting so people can actually see you. It's the other thing where you could be not center of the stage or center of attention, but in a good place where most people can see you. You're not all the way in the back of the club. You're not all the way in the front, in the middle of the limelight as well. But you're in a good spot that's well lit. You got some space to yourself, but you're also in a good place for interactions. Second thing I do is, as soon as I walk in, I look at who's actually looking at me. As you walk into any event, your radar should go off already, right? You're looking around, you're seeing what's the ratio in the event, like what type of people are in this event. All these things that you should already be looking at. You're not walking into no event blindsided. But as you're doing this, you should catch some eyes, and you want to make a mental note of those eyes. All right, am I attracted to this person? Am I not attracted to this person? The ones that you are attracted to, that you're getting eyes for, you got to pay attention to that. Once you found a spot and you've gotten the eyes and you're just chilling at this point, the first hour I would spend really just worrying about yourself. I wouldn't spend too much time like staring or wondering about who I'm gonna approach or all these other factors or overthinking the situation. You wanna be yourself, because at the end of the day, anyone you talk to, you want them to respect you for who you are. So there's no point of catering or overdoing any situation. So for the first hour, I'm just gonna relax. If it's like a club or a bar, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna listen to the music that's playing. Hopefully it's good music because you picked the event. So you're just vibing, you're chilling, you're enjoying yourself. And while you're doing that, you're still looking to see like who got eyes on you, all that stuff. You wanna pay attention at all times. This is a given. but I'm not worried about approaching anyone within that first hour. But in that first hour, you should start to see certain things, right? Did this person come with a group of people? Did this person come with a man? Did this person come with a group that don't look too approachable? All these things that you keep in mind as you're looking around. Then from there, you should kind of eliminate a certain amount of people, right? Now you have the people that got eyes on you, and you see that, okay, I can approach this person, right? Now it's about timing. But generally speaking, after you get that hour in, then you want to kind of look at, all right, who am I going to think about approaching? I always have to mention this. Generally, guys, if you approach a woman, most people are going to be looking at you, especially the ones that were looking at you before. So I always say you got to be very strategic with your approach, because women aren't naturally going to approach you, but what they'll do is they'll give you opportunities. All right, if she reposition herself in front of your sight, did she move over closer or right next to you? Did she get closer to you and then all of a sudden you see her friends leave and it's just her just standing there? Did she walk across you when she was passing when she didn't necessarily have to? Women do what's called proximity flirt. It's just basically, she's not generally gonna say anything, but she's gonna put herself around you, and then it's your job to react and do what you gotta do. That doesn't mean you always gotta take the bait, because there's cases where, you know, option number 3 might do that right away, but you still got your eyes on option 1 and 2. And you know, if you talk to this person, 1 and 2 is generally not gonna wanna talk to you. So you gotta be very smart on how you go about the situation. Each case is not gonna work out 100%. Like, you're not gonna always follow this formula and get the best possible answer out of this. Because there's stuff in life that you can't calculate. There's things that might happen. Hey, it's life. Nothing's like 100% guaranteed, but you gotta work towards the things that are more certain than not. So once you kind of got the idea of your top 2 to 3 people that you'd want to talk to and who looks approachable, you're looking at their body language, you're seeing all these things, their friends, and you like kind of got your sight line. And now you've seen, I always talk about eye contact. Eye contact is like one of the most important things that you gotta get. It's a confirmation for me. So if you look and you see her looking and lock eyes with you, you don't just sit there and stare, right? You see her, okay, she's looking at me. You go about, you talk to your friends, you go get a drink, you do whatever, you know, don't be like too pushy about staring someone down. Then you look at a second time, a little 5-10 minutes later, you see that, oh, you lock eyes again. All right, we might have something, we might have something. That third eye lock is like a sign where you know it's definitely something there. Like, there's definitely an opportunity, this person's definitely interested. If you're in an event and there's a lot of people and she's staring at you, that is a telltale sign. So before you approach, take a deep breath, relax, and just walk confidently up to them. From my days as a personal trainer, what we always talked about is how do you start conversations with strangers? And the reason why I say start a conversation, because the conversation will let you know what kind of vibes and timing she's on. So if I start a conversation with her and she's not giving me no play, she's giving me short answers, all these type of things, I'm not gonna even get to the point where I'm asking for your number or Instagram or all that stuff. We're not even go to that point. She's not interested, then she's not interested. And even if she is interested and she's not giving you play, is that really the type of woman that you want to date? That sounds like a headache or someone you're going to have to be chasing down and spending money on to not really get any return on that. And that really doesn't make sense. So you want someone to show you interest as much as you're showing interest. When you approach, you don't want to be the one talking the whole time. You don't want to be the one running your mouth, asking all the questions and getting short responses back. That's a telltale sign. If she really has the interest in you, she should put some effort into it too. This is a 50-50 connection. As a man, you put yourself on stage by going up to her and approaching her and trying to talk to her. You have to deal with rejection and all of these negative things that come with it. All she has to do is put in a good conversation. Nothing more, nothing less. If she can do that, then you know, okay, now I could ask for the number. So when you go into that start of conversation, you can talk about anything, like the clothes she's wearing. You could talk about the music that's playing. You could talk about the venue. Like, just look around, see something that makes sense to have a conversation, have a question, have a follow-up response, and then kind of go from there, you know, and then just feel out the conversation. Like, you should be able to start it. Some typical questions after you get into those basic questions about the environment. You could go into like, where you from, you know, all this extra BS. But at the end of the day, after you ask 2 to 3 questions, you kind of got an idea she's interested, and you don't really need to go too much details into more questions. The other approach is a very simple, short one. Hey, I think you're beautiful. I would love to get to know you more. And you kind of ask for the number and you go very direct. That works for some people. That doesn't work for other people. I like kind of using that approach if I'm in a loud environment and I can't really talk. I'm in an environment where we're just walking past each other and it's a quick interaction. So that is just a short, simple, quick approach. Generally, if she's interested in you, she's going to say yes, unless you don't look confident or you're like all over the place. She's generally gonna say yes. So go through each one of these approaches, test both of them out, see what's more comfortable for you. You know, if it's short and simple is more comfortable for you and it works, then keep doing it. If the question introduction works, then do it. You know, whatever makes you more comfortable. Hopefully this video helps you in your dating process and helps eliminate some of the stress that you're going through. I know it can be tough out there. Stick through it. There is that one out there for you. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe. What are some techniques that you've used that helped you as well? Comment that down below. Other than that, y'all have a great day. Cosmic Cage out.